National Football League. Madden Football is the home of the Super Bowl, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the New England Patriots and the Atlanta Falcons, and it's all up next.
No single building has played host to more Super Bowls than this one right here. The Caesars Superdome in the Crescent City of New Orleans. This is Super Bowl 59, and we've got an outstanding matchup on tap. The moment is upon us, and we've got what should be an epic one here, as it'll be the AFC champion New England Patriots taking on the champions from the NFC, the Atlanta Falcons. Brandon Gaudin along with Charles Davis, and what a season it's been for our AFC champions. I mean, this was a fight just to get to the Super Bowl. You got to figure that they are very battle-tested and ready.
I'd agree with you 100% about that. You don't get there without having those types of attributes, and that's what you look for in a Super Bowl team. Character, confidence. These guys don't lack for either one of those. Now they're here. Now they're ready to win.
Meanwhile, for the Falcons, exciting times in Atlanta. Their third trip to the Super Bowl, and obviously, Charles, they want to erase the bad memories from the last time they were there against Tom Brady and the New England Patriots.
That's the one that sticks out for all Falcons fans. That's the one that sticks out for all NFL fans. A comeback for the ages by the Patriots. But this is the third time for the Falcons, 0-2. Remember, first time, Super Bowl 33, they lost to John Elway and the Broncos in Miami. They won their first title in this one.
Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Here's Brady to throw. Short throw complete to Gronkowski. And he will have a Patriots first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with...
Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Now Brady. Short throw complete to Gronkowski. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Tough spot here. 3rd down and 11. To throw is Brady. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he knocks the ball away and it falls incomplete.
You get a sense of what this game plan might be. They think they can take a few home run shots against this defense. They tried it there on the opening drive, but that falls incomplete.
And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Matt Ryan, the longtime Falcon, a veteran who's been in the league since '08, ready to guide this Atlanta offense.
As we begin the Super Bowl, we're looking at one of the game's most important players. And whether he's the centerpiece of the offense or taking a backseat to his teammates, offenses always look to the quarterback to be a leader in moments like this. He's got to be that calm, composed pillar out there who stays level-headed and keeps everyone focused on the task at hand.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Turner. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Dancing to his left. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
Well, after the standard 2-week layoff, you always wonder how's your offense going to respond and come out and play here in the Super Bowl. Well, they got a great answer right there and almost a sigh of relief on that side of the field because now they've got to feel like they can use their entire playbook and game plan for this one.
And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Turner, and he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. To throw is Ryan. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That one came up just a little bit short. I'm wondering, is it still a little bit tight as this game starts? What would you say? Maybe he's got to take the governor off of it?
Or maybe the donut off the baseball bat like the guys beyond that circle?
I like that. Yeah, just take that little extra weight off of him and start to play freely.
Well, that is not what you want to see from him on the big stage, obviously. He's been so reliable all season long.
A big part of why they've gotten here to this game. But you have to wonder, will this haunt them later as this Super Bowl progresses?
So the Patriots coming out now. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
From the 44 now, here's 2nd and 4.
Throwing now is Brady. It's complete. He finds Falk here. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. In motion is Welker. Running right, here's Falk. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. One back in the backfield. And a loose football. And the Falcons grab it. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
Do you remember in preseason we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and, you know, guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. We are just getting started here at Super Bowl 59 in New Orleans. 1 quarter in the books. Welcome back to the date on the calendar we circle every year. Super Bowl Sunday. Brandon Gaud and Charles Davis here with you as we get set to begin quarter 2. Right back to him on first down. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
They go play action now. Ryan. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Well, congratulations to them. They come through defensively with another stop. And let's face it, this secondary, they've gone unchallenged so far in the first half.
Eluding the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now Ryan. He completes it right side to White. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. From the 3, 2nd and a yard. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. New England's offense set to go. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And the Falcons are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
He finds his man, complete. That's Gonzalez. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 19 yards there on the catch and run. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Turner. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31. And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play. They work now on 2nd and 9. Here's Ryan to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And this is caught at the 8. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Now Ryan. And that is caught, but he will come down out of bounds, says Judge. Incomplete.
They may be.
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. New England trying to get a place on offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. To throw, it's Brady. A quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Here's Brady. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it will be Falcon football. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
So that potentially an important takeaway here in this second quarter, because what it does is give their offense a chance to put a drive together. They've got nothing on the scoreboard so far, so you have to think that they need something before the break. And now they have an opportunity.
So after the INT, it's Brady. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down it. I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. Here's 2nd and 3. From the gun, it's Brady. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. 4 yards the pickup, first down. On play action, now Brady. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Brady again. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. 2nd and 12. Now Brady. Throwing left side, he's got Gronk, complete. And he's going to get into the end zone. So cue up the Gronk spike, gets a Patriot touchdown. Rob Gronkowski from 17 yards out. And the Patriots are on the board here in this Super Bowl. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make our score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And it'll end there as he goes out of bounds, but a heck of a return all the way inside the opposite 40.
Forget the idea of flipping the field. They have now put themselves in a position to score points with that big-time return.
And the Falcons now going to go on offense late in this first half. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Ryan. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Gonzalez. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Now it's Ryan. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Falcons continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl. Extra point good by Hopkins. And it's now 21-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Pats going to get one final possession in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. So it's halftime here on sports' grandest stage in the Super Bowl. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight, as we'll get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
The kicking unit out for the Patriots as they send this one away.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Falcons offense ready to get going to begin this third quarter. And I would imagine this is where you have to take stock of the situation, CD, and say, gosh, we're halfway to the Lombardi Trophy. Let's not slow down now.
And I like the way you went there. Let's not slow down now, because the first half certainly went their way. And I would expect them to continue with that type of a game plan. But you're right. You do think back to Super Bowl 54. 49ers had a double-digit lead in the fourth quarter, couldn't hold on. So plenty can still happen.
Room here to run. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
2nd down and a little more than a yard here.
They'll keep it on the ground. Turner. And he stopped immediately there. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down.
Ryan.
Looking deep for Julio.
This is caught inside the 15. And he's got this way down inside of New England's 10-yard line. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
Here's Ryan. And it's caught. Touchdown. From 8 yards out.
And the Falcons will extend their third quarter lead here in this Super Bowl.
Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. That time a 6-play drive, and the end result, an Atlanta touchdown. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
So here are the Patriots now. They get ready for their first possession of half number 2. Brady and the Patriots now 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted.
And he'll take this back down inside the 20. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Turner. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Here's Ryan. Touchdown, Falcons. A great play there. His second touchdown of this Super Bowl.
And the Falcons are starting to open things up here in this Super Bowl.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. Another go around now for the Patriot offense. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Brady now to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40.
That's good for a Patriots first down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Brady.
Short throw complete to Gronkowski.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
From midfield, here's Brady. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 37. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Now Brady. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down.
Here's Brady to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Now Brady. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25.
So that's the end of 3 here in Super Bowl 59 from Caesars Superdome. And we're back in the Super Bowl. Time to decide who gets to hoist that Lombardi trophy as we begin the 4th and final quarter of action.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
He'll get that to Javonte Williams.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another first down.
That's good for a Patriots first down.
Again, they'll throw with Brady. And it's caught by Gronk for a Pats touchdown. Rob Gronkowski, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl.
And the Pats get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And a good job here by the Falcons. Their hands team able to recover it. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Turner, and he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
87 yards rushing for him now, a big part of why they lead in this Super Bowl.
On first down, Turner, and he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10.
Now a handoff up the middle. Turner, sharp there with his feet, gets him a little extra space, and then drop just inside the 20. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. To throw is Ryan. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Hopkins' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Patriots offense and their quarterback headed out for this.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive.
And their Super Bowl hopes are dwindling here in the 4th. That AFC crown from 2 weeks ago is starting to seem like a distant memory. And this one just has not gone as they had hoped.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw.
Short throw complete to Gronkowski.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now a play fake, Brady. And again, he'll find Gronkowski complete. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset.
Now 2nd and 9.
They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Brady to throw again. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Picked off by Kamoko Toure. And the Falcons are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
Partner's bad enough when you just can't hold on to the football. But when your quarterback's throwing it to the other team, that's 3 interceptions now, 4 turnovers for the game. You really have no chance to win the football game.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Turner, and he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Consecutive runs of 6 yards gives him a 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. It's Turner. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
2nd and a couple.
Now a handoff up the middle. Turner. And he'll go down at the 28. They're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll run on first down. Turner. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
2nd and 6.
Up the middle they go. It's Turner. And oh, he coughed it up.
And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. And it's over. The Lombardi Trophy belongs to the Falcons. Yes, the Atlanta Falcons are the Super Bowl champions. And to the Super Bowl champions, they etch their name forever in NFL immortality.
That's pretty phenomenal right there. It actually gave me chills just to hear you say that, because immortality forever and ever. When you look in the record books, you'll see this team, you'll see their picture, that your name will be a part of it. That's got to be an incredible feeling, because it's been a long journey to get there, and now they get a chance to enjoy it.
Commissioner Goodell going to make the presentation of the Lombardi Trophy to the Atlanta Falcons, champions of Super Bowl 59.